From this video, we are starting our second unit called linear regression, and this is the first video of the second unit titled linear regression. And in this video, I will be providing you general introduction of linear regression, in which I will be explaining you 7 key points that you should remember with respect to linear regression. The first key and the most important point is that linear regression is a machine learning technique which is based on the statistical method of regression analysis, and the purpose of the linear regression or the regression method from the machine learning is that it intends to establish a relationship between the dependent and the independent variable. In the previous unit, we saw that a data set consists of two different types of variables called dependent variable and independent variable. Typically, the independent variables are taken on the x-axis and dependent variable are taken on the y-axis. The purpose of the linear regression is to establish a relationship between dependent variable and independent variable. What is the function of dependent variable with respect to the independent variable? So that is the purpose of the linear regression technique or regression in general. The second point that we must remember is that linear regression is a supervised machine learning technique. What does it mean by supervised machine learning technique? That in this unit, I will be using a example of predicting the end semester examination mark. ESC stands for the end semester examination marks from the students' attendance and the mid semester examination. So here these two variables, attendance and the mid semester examination, are two input variables or independent variable, and the end semester examination is the output variable or the dependent variable. And the another term of regression in general, the dictionary meaning of the regression is that it is to estimate some quantity. So that is another definition of the regression. And here we are going to estimate or predict the performance of students in the end semester examination from from his or her classroom attendance and the mid semester examination. So this I am taking it as the running example to explain various concepts of the linear regression technique. Now, see, in case of the supervised machine learning algorithm, we saw that the output variables are the labeled. Means here the output variable is present and it is the label. So quantities of the values of the output variables we know. So that is the definition of the supervised machine learning algorithm. And in this particular case, the output variable is the end semester examination, and we know in advance what are the different values of the end semester examination when we use some training data set. In the training data set, the output variable is the labeled. So when the output variables are labeled in the training data set, that algorithms are called as the supervised machine learning algorithm. And regression analysis is a supervised machine learning algorithm. The third key point that we must remember is that uh, the independent and the dependent variable in the training data set are numeric types. We saw that there are different types of data exist, like numeric, ordinal, nominal, categorical. So these are the different types of data that a typical machine learning algorithm processes. But the linear regression techniques processes only numeric type of data. in our running example, the attendance, mid-semester examination and the end semester examination are all the numeric quantity. Here the attendance means that the 70% of the attendance. When the attendance is the 92, it means that the student has attended 92% of the lecture. And here the mid-semester examination marks are the numeric quantity out of the in the range between 0 to 30. And the end semester examinations are also the numeric quantity which are in the range between the 0 to 70. And when the both MSc and the ESC are added, it gives us the total performance of a academic total performance of a student. So this is the purpose of the data set, and linear regression technique uses only the numeric type of data. When the data is of the nominal or ordinal or any categorical variable like gender, then that data needs to be converted into the numeric before processing by the linear regression algorithm. But the linear regression algorithm only processes the numeric type of data. So that is the third key point that we should remember. The fourth key point with respect to the regression algorithm that we must remember is that the regression algorithms are of two different types. One is called as the simple linear regression and another is called as the multiple linear regression. Now we are going to see what is the difference between the simple linear regression and the multiple linear regression. In the simple linear regression, there exists only one dependent variable, and independent variable is also 1. But in case of the multiple linear regression, the number of independent variables are greater than 1. Also, the number of dependent variables are also greater than 1. So when the number of dependent variables are greater than 1 and the number of independent variables are greater than 1, that kind of regression algorithms are called as the multiple linear algorithm. And simple linear algorithm are those algorithms in which there exists only one independent variable and only one independent variable. So that is the difference between the simple linear regression and the multiple linear regression. The fourth key point that we must remember with respect to the simple linear algorithm regression algorithm is that the simple linear regression algorithm assumes the relationship between the dependent variable and independent variable as a form of a line, and that's why it is called as the linear regression. The purpose of the regression algorithm is to establish a relationship between the dependent and the independent variable, and before establishing that relationship, it assumes that the dependent variable and the independent variable are related through a linear kind of relationship. That is the assumption that it makes. And in case of the simple linear, dependent and the independent number of dependent and the independent variable are only 1, and the functional for that it assumes is like this: y equal to beta 0 and beta 1, where the beta 0 is called as the y-intercept and beta 1 is called as the slope. This is the slope of the line and beta 0 is the intercept of the line. So you might have studied that this form of equation in your geometric part, that is y equal to mxc, where the m indicates the slope and c indicates the intercept. So here we are using the different notation that what we are calling it as the y equal to beta 0 and the beta 1. The sixth point that we must remember with respect to the simple linear regression is that simple linear regression is a parametric method. Parametric methods are those methods in which assumption with respect regarding the functional form of the relationship between the independent variable and dependent variable is assumed, and the functional form that here we are making assumption is that it is the linear regression. And here the objective in case of this parametric method is to estimate the values of these two different parameters, that is beta 0 and the beta 1. So that's why it is called as the simple linear regression. Simple linear regression is a parametric method. The seventh and the last important point that we must remember is that the objective of the simple linear regression method is to estimate the values of the parameter beta 0 and beta 1. So in order to estimate the values of beta 0 and beta 1, simple linear regression methods use two different kinds of algorithm. One is called as the ordinary least square, which is based upon the statistics method called the regression analysis, and the another simple linear regression method is called that is used is called as the gradient descent method, and that method is based upon the calculus, differentiation and the integral calculus. So these are the two basic different methods that is commonly used to find or to estimate the values of beta 0 and beta 1. So thank you.